You guys, this is why it pays to be thorough. Hello, my friend. Perez Hilton here, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything It Ends With Us saga. As I told you a little bit ago, earlier today, Pinocchio filed a motion to be dismissed from Justin Baldoni's lawsuit. I got my hands on the motion and I have been going through it. And something else just caught my eye that is so worth highlighting. After an introduction where her high-priced attorneys make an argument for why she should be dismissed from his lawsuit, they get more granular. I'm going to skim through it all, but only share with you the most relevant bits. The First Amendment complaint acknowledges numerous on-set incidents that make up Miss Lively's sexual harassment claims. Far from suggesting her claims are untrue, the First Amendment complaint, while quibbling with Miss Lively's characterization of events, is full of admissions that the incidents underlying Miss Lively's sexual harassment claims occurred. No. They explain and give full context as to what truly happened. But she sees it in a completely different way. As I've said repeatedly, it's going to be up to a jury and how they see it. And I think it's possible that he will come out victorious on some of his claims, and she will come out victorious on some of her claims against him too, with both also losing some claims. It's possible. Then they say, out of desperation and fear that their reputations were at risk, Mr. Baldoni and Wayfarer decide to go on offense. Blah, 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 smear campaign. Miss Lively takes legal action concerning the Wayfarer party's conduct during and after production of the film, which the Times reports on. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Remember, before her lawsuit on December 20th, just before Christmas, Lively filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department. That complaint is what the New York Times reported on in their article in print and online and in video, which he then sued the New York Times for. Now, here is where they are bringing up the law with regards to the New York Times of it all. The First Amendment complaint accuses Miss Lively of leaking the CRD complaint to the Times, which, even if it was true that she leaked it, is protected by the fair report privilege, a definitive and separate bar to the defamation claim. The fair report privilege shields liability arising from a communication to a public journal of a judicial, legislative, or other public official proceeding, or of anything said in the course thereof. They cite a case that claims to back that up. We'll see. I don't know. I need a legal expert, a lawyer, somebody in the field to chime in on that. We continue. In response to Miss Lively's legal complaints, the Wayfarer parties retaliate against Miss Lively with a meritless counterattack. His lawsuit against her husband, and her publicist. The First Amendment complaint asserts 7 causes of action against Miss Lively, each based upon her exercise of her legal right to speak out about workplace misconduct. They're emphasizing that his First Amendment complaint fails to meet basic pleading requirements to identify specific defamatory statements by Miss Lively. But they also claim, even if she did make any defamatory statements, that it is not actionable if she made them a year before he filed his lawsuit. This is where I am happy to admit I'm not a lawyer. But they're citing law here that says there is a 1-year limitations period. Additionally, they're arguing that sexual harassment privilege immunizes her from liability for defamation-related claims, meaning she can't be sued for alleging sexual harassment. Allegedly can't be sued, but she was, and if the judge doesn't dismiss her as she's seeking, then she will be going to trial if they don't settle. Quote, to curb the weaponization of the legal system, Section 47.1 provides immunity against claims seeking to hold individuals liable for speaking out about their experiences with sexual harassment and related claims. Well, he alleges that that did not happen. They claim that his First Amendment complaint does not allege actual malice. They argue she believed what she was saying. Plus, he is a public figure and the bar for defamation is higher for them. Quote, whereas here, the defamation plaintiffs are public figures and the categories of alleged statements involve matters of public interest. Well, I'll agree with her on that. I'm very interested. The other causes of action, the false light claim must be dismissed as duplicative of defamation. There is no clear private right to sue for civil extortion, and even so, the Wayfarer parties fail to allege extortionate conduct. The big argument there is she took control of his movie, which she did. She did. Quote, the crux of the Wayfarer party's extortion claims rest on a theory that Miss Lively made extortionate threats to go public with her baseless claims of sexual harassment. This theory fails for several reasons. First, this theory relies entirely upon the same injurious falsehoods as defamation and are thus impermissible. Second, because this theory is based upon Miss Lively's workplace sexual harassment complaints and litigation arising from the same, it is not actionable as a matter of law. Finally, nowhere in the First Amendment complaint do the Wayfarer parties actually allege that Miss Lively threatened to pursue litigation against them based on their misconduct or demanded any money or property in connection with such a threat. For each of these reasons, this theory fails. The breach of covenant claim must be dismissed based on the Wayfarer party's failure to satisfy basic pleading requirements. They don't specify any contractual provision that was frustrated, but he was frustrated. The Wayfarer parties fail to allege that Miss Lively wrongfully interfered with any contract or economic relationship. She did with Sony, the film's distributor. And also, William Morris, the agency that still reps her and her husband and dropped him. He used to be a client before, according to him, Ryan Reynolds pressured William Morris to drop him. They bring that up, saying the sole contract alleged in the FAC for this claim is a contract between the Wayfarer parties and William Morris Endeavor. But the FAC does not allege any details about the contract, including who the parties are to the contract, him, his production company, or what the material contractual terms are. Worse yet, the FAC does not even allege a single allegation that the William Morris Endeavor contract was actually breached or disrupted, much less whatever. It was. They dropped him. The FAC does not state a claim for negligent interference, and they have not even attempted to explain or quantify their alleged $400 million harm, which he's suing her for that amount. The First Amendment complaint muses about a conspiracy, but fails to plead the basic elements. And Miss Lively is entitled to attorney's fees, treble damages, and punitive damages. In conclusion, the court should dismiss all claims against Miss Lively with prejudice, deny leave to amend, and award Miss Lively all relief sought. The end. But not really. This saga does not end. Yay, I love it. So, thoughts on what we've learned in this video? Let's discuss in the comments.